All right, for segment 1 today, we are going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons Rules Cyclopedia Halfling. That's right, we're going to look at the Halfling. Previously, we covered the Dwarf and Elf, and we noticed that there were some stark differences between the Dwarf and Elf and the human classes that they kind of emulate to some degree. And we're going to see if there's the same idea and or differences for the Halfling right now. I hit the wrong button. There we go. I just randomly click buttons. One of these will eventually work. So there we go. We got our Rules Cyclopedia. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like these videos, please donate to Legion of Myth. And I was saying this for the live stream, folks, but I'll say it for you guys watching the videos. I find the page that I need to go to here, 26, is... Hey, if you like these videos, or if you think that our coverage of Rules Cyclopedia, I know it's pretty in-depth, and some people are like, well, you're just reading through it. We're also talking about it. If you think it'd be good for a new player to this kind of old-school game, show them these videos. Send it to them, because I know we've got a lot of old-school people who've decided to watch these videos, even though you probably know the game better than us, but thank you for that. But go ahead and show this to some new folks. All right, the Halfling. The Halfling, oh yeah. Prime requisite, strength, and dexterity. Other requirements, gotta have a dex of 9. Aren't they fat? How does Bilbo have a... I guess he's not fat.
No, he's just.
I don't know why. I always picture halflings fat.
There's like an 80% chance he's smoking pot, but other than that, yeah. I mean, look
hey,
at
you know
face.
What? They got a joie de vivre, right? They love life. So I could see him smoking some weed. By the way, we neither condone nor abhor. You do you. All right. So, and you need a constitution of 9 or better.
Yeah, that usually when it gave with the dwarf and the elf, when it gave 2, the minimum was only for one of them, but this one's for both.
So experience bonus 5% for either strength or dexterity of 13 or more. So you only need to have one of them, and 10% for both strength and dexterity of being 13 or more. Notice there's no 16 in here.
Yeah, there's no 16. Yeah.
Yep. But it's one for 5 and both for 10. So, okay. Hit dice, 1d6 per level up to 8. Wait. So you're telling me that the halfling has more hit points than the thief?
Yeah. Yeah. And the halfling is what, 3'5"? Come on, man. What are they dense?
I guess, well, they're part dwarf, right? That's not real. I'm just saying they're short. Deal with it. I don't know why I can always picture people like, no, they're not. Maximum level is 8. What's the highest level in this game, Heathen Dog?
36.
Then go to 8.
Well, and then alpha tiers.
Right, and then all the other not levels, right? And again, we talked a lot about that with the elf and the dwarf. So armor, any shield is permitted, or any armor, semicolon. Shield is permitted. Armor must be designed specifically for halfling. So he can wear
sized properly. Yeah, I get it.
He can wear plate mail as long as it fits him.
Yeah, but I'm sure that there's not a lot of off-the-shelf plate mail for a halfling. So good luck with that.
Well, so you just put the breastplate on the halfling, and just see his little feet hanging out at the bottom. Yeah. Weapons: any small melee weapon, short bow, and light crossbow. That all makes sense.
Again, that just sounds like a size limitation.
Yeah. Okay, special abilities: fighter maneuver, set spear versus charge. Sure. So he gets that right away, apparently. And at 900,000 XP, he gets the fighter combat options, which I don't know what week we'll be looking at those, but they will be in the combat section sometime down the road. Combat bonuses: -2 AC versus monsters larger than man size.
Okay, they're small, harder to hit.
Yep. So for those who don't know or don't remember, -2 AC is a good thing. Remember, this has descending armor class, so the lower your armor class, the better. So if your armor class is an 8, well, against something big, it's now a 6. If your armor class was a 0, well, against something big, it's a -2. Negative armor classes are a thing. Excuse me. +1 attack roll with missile weapons.
Okay.
Does that include slings?
Yes.
I say so as well. I've had people say no, there's a difference between a missile and a bullet, but I think it's meant to be all of them.
It is. This is basic D&D. Don't overthink it, man.
+1 to individual initiative. Now, we haven't even talked about initiative yet, but this game does have group initiative or individual initiative. Now, individual initiative is an optional rule. But if you're using it, these weirdos get +1. and half damage from spells at 300,000 XP. Half damage from drag. Okay, so wait. Remember,
Wow.
if we covered the dwarf, right?
Who takes half damage from spells,
but at a way higher number.
Yeah, at a way higher number, and we also covered the elf, which takes half damage from dragon breath. These guys get both.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, but now to be fair, it's at 2.1 million.
Still,
I forget what the elf was. What was the elf? The elf was 1.6 million.
There you go. Yeah.
So, yeah, but you're right. It's still there, and we'll look at that combat chart in just a second. So let's get through this first. So 90% chance to hide motionless in woodlands, and really 33% to hide motionless in dimly lit building interiors. That's before you're even a thief.
Yeah. Well, he can't be a thief, obviously, but yeah, that's better than a thief first level. I mean, this is both out of the gate. Thieves suck, except climbing walls.
Yeah.
They just 90. Suck.
If a halfling just stands still in the woods, 90%
is he really
chance.
There? No. He's really not.
All right. Before I read that, let's actually look at these here, because otherwise we're going to keep talking about going back to them. So, that's elf. I'm like, spells? Since when do they get spells?
There we go.
Oh, here you can only go up to 8th level.
Yep.
But after 8th level, so every 300,000 XP, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You go up another attack rank. Now, attack rank, when we look at combat, we'll focus on that again, or you go all the way back to the first video where we kind of showed it. You'll see that these are effectively levels without being levels. What it does is it allows the character to improve without actually having a level. I don't understand why, but that's the way it is. So all the way down to K, and 3 attacks per round at K level. That's what I'm going to call it, K rank. So, and thief abilities? Nope, that's saving throws. Yeah, no thief abilities.
Hey, I'm okay with that. They're dodging spells and breath weapons
right.
and standing still and then frickin' disappearing. Dude, they got enough.
Slippery. Definitely slippery. All right, so a halfling is a short demi-human and looks much like a human child with slightly pointed ears. A halfling stands about 3 feet tall and weighs about 60 pounds. Halflings rarely have beards. If they had beards, they'd just be dwarves, I guess. Halflings are outgoing, but not unusually brave, seeking treasures away to gain comforts of home, which they so dearly love. Oh, so they're posh. Look at my fabulous home here. What was the name of that guy that did the TV shows in the late 80s about the houses of the rich and famous?
Oh, God dang it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He had that British accent. And
yes. Oh, I can't remember his name. Damn it.
Somebody remembers it, put it in chat. I just picture it. And here we are at the halfling's home. Oh, look at this interior design. They prefer to live in pleasant areas.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
Yes.
That was his catchphrase.
Yep. Oh, halflings prefer to live in pleasant areas of fair countryside near rolling hills and gentle streams. When not working or adventuring, halflings will spend most of their time eating, drinking, talking with friends, and relaxing. They're your bar crawlers. Robin Leach, that was the name of the guy, but what was the name of the show?
I forget the name of the show, but that was the name of the guy. That's all I care about.
Okay, fair enough. Their communities are called shires, and their recognized spokesman is called a sheriff. Okay. Getting a little Wild West vibe there. Halfling families live in clans. Halflings are woodland folk and usually get along well with elves and dwarves. They have special abilities in the outdoors. Halflings behave similarly to fighters and dwarves. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I can see it. It's just, I don't know. Passive fighters? Halfling saving throws are as good as those of dwarves, which we looked at before, and we'll look at them again here. Jump up quickly. Halflings may only advance to 8th level. This limitation is balanced by their woodland abilities, saving throws, and combat bonuses.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, let's look at these saving throws real quickly here.
Ooh, a couple of 15s there.
To start, but look how quickly they go down. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. Well, all of the demi-humans.
Oh, that's elf. That's elf.
Fast.
What the hell? There we go. Oh!
That's better. That's much better.
Bam, bam!
My God. I mean, sure, yeah, they don't go down to all 2s like humans do, but at 8th level, having 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, that's yeah, okay, I
Sick.
save. All right.
And remember, we've already talked about it, and we'll hopefully show it in one of the future videos. You level pretty quickly in this game, or you can level pretty quickly in this game.
Yeah. Especially for the first, 8 to 12 levels is going to go pretty quick.
I mean, name level is 9, and in second edition AD&D, that could take you a while to get there. It's not going to take you a while to get there here.
No.
All right, so we already looked at the class details in the box. There's no reason for us to rehash that again. So special abilities, we looked at that. So let's look at special attacks. In combat, halflings may use the set spear versus charge maneuvers described in Chapter 8 under combat maneuvers. They are too small to utilize the lance maneuver, however.
That's fair.
Yeah. When halfling's experience point total reaches 900,000, he gains the fighter combat options on page 104, which again we will look at in the future. I wish I could tell you what video number that would be, but I have like a million note cards of all the videos we're going through here. Experienced halflings become more resistant to both magic and breath weapons. Remember, dwarf got everything except for breath weapons, and elves got breath weapons. So the halfling gets the best of both worlds. When a halfling reaches 300,000 experience point mark, he automatically takes only half damage from any damage-causing spell or spell-like effect, such as from a magic item. If the effect allows a saving throw, a successful roll indicates he only takes a quarter damage. And I'm sure it'll say it in here somewhere, but he has to take a minimum of 1 point of damage. That's the way it was with the Dwelf. Yes, the Dwelf. That's the name now. In addition, when the halfling reaches 2.1 million experience, he likewise automatically takes only half damage from breath weapons, most notably dragon breath, but including all sorts of breath weapon attacks.
Oh, and hang on. I'm going to be an annoying player right now. In basic D&D, is the ghost or white or whatever level draining ability called level draining damage?
I don't know.
See, because there are a lot of things that are called attribute damage, level damage, and this thing you take half from all damage dealing magic and magic effects.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that level draining damage, attribute draining damage, you'd only take half or a quarter if you save. Technically.
I would say it depends on the source, but I mean, off the cuff, I wouldn't have an issue with that necessarily. Look, you're already playing a halfling. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a definitive answer. I can see it without reading, further on to see like what the level draining effects are. Is it considered a spell-like effect? If you remember second edition in the Monsters Compendiums, they're pretty particular about spell effects, spell-like effects, and so forth with the language there. I don't know how Rule Cyclopedia does it. I know there are monsters in this book, and we will look at a few of them toward the end of the series, so in about 2 months. But yeah, I can't answer that off the cuff, but I wouldn't have a problem right now with a player making that argument, and I wouldn't have a problem with a game master ruling in either direction unless it states specifically this is a spell-like effect. Or specifically says it is not a spell-like effect. But, all right.
I'm going to star that one. Don't worry about it.
The attack rank one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so when modifying sustained damage, always round fractions down. If the result is half point or less, the character still takes 1 point of damage. Remember, you have to take a minimum 1 point of damage.
Yeah, you round down when you're taking half or a quarter, but minimum of 1.
Yep.
There you go.
Woodland abilities. Remember, 90% chance. Oh, let's read the whole thing here to get the pedantry out of the way. Outdoors, halflings are difficult to spot, having the ability to hide in woods or underbrush. In such cover, they have a 90% chance to remain unseen, and the DM will roll. Halflings can hide in building interiors such as dungeons, though not with as much success. In such situations, if a halfling finds some deep shadows or cover to hide in, his chance drops to 33%. If he cannot find shadows or cover, he has no chance at all, Bob.
Yeah, you can't just, curl up in the middle of a room and go, you can't see me, and expect that to work. It's not going to happen.
But it works at home. The ability is not the same as the thief's move silently or hide in shadow abilities. To use this ability, the halfling must stay motionless. If he tries to move to another site, anyone can see him. When your halfling uses this ability, inform the DM. He'll roll percentile dice for the halfling. On a roll of 90 or less, the halfling will remain unnoticed. On a 91 or greater, observers with a chance to detect the halfling will do so. So you still have to have a chance to be detected, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you got your eyes closed, you're not looking, then you're not going to see him anyway. So, whatever.
In a dungeon or other building interior, the DM will roll a percentile, and on 33 or less, I think we know how to roll percentile dice.
Got that.
Indoors with bright light enough to ban. Okay, we already explained that. Higher experience levels. A halfling reaching 8th level experience is usually referred to by the title of sheriff. So, hey, I'm an 8th level sheriff. In your campaign, this may merely be an honorary title, or the DM may choose to have the halfling character be elected to the local sheriff's position. Well, there's your. Is that your traveling
and landowning and traveling halfling right there?
Regardless of his experience level, a halfling may build a stronghold whenever he has the money and interest. Okay, the stronghold will attract a whole community of other halflings because they're such social creatures, if constructed in a place suited to their preference.
Yeah, if you build a stronghold on top of a mountain, the halflings can go, nah, I don't want to live there. You're not going to attract any. But if you build a stronghold in the middle of a beautiful glade next to a river, you're going to have some halflings come and move in.
And that's it. That's it for the halfling.
Nice.
The next one we're going to cover is we're going to go back to the human, but we're going to hit the human optional classes. First the druid, and then the mystic. So, all right, what do we got? Oops, I should have done that.
All right, I only pinned one comment, and you just turned it off.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I want to bring this back up. I forgot that we have scenes here. There.
Okay. All right, one more pertinent question is, does level drain reduce your attack rank, or does it wipe out all your attack ranks and drain your level? That's a good question. Level draining and attack ranks. You're only level 8, but you are attack rank G. Now, when it drains your level, does it drain attack ranks down to level and then levels? I believe if I had to adjudicate, I'd say yes, that's how it works.
I would say no, and here's why. When a human at that level gains a new level, the attack rank doesn't always go up. If we look at the attack chart here, I can bring that up. It's like page 108 or something like that. Let's go back down to here. Hopefully I'm close. Yeah, and let me rotate. I said rotate. And one more time. Come on, there we go. If we look at the attack rank for humans, and F right here is, you can see my mouse, right? F right here is fighter. Mm-hmm. That attack rank changes every 3 levels. We're not talking like 2nd edition where your THAC0 goes down every single level, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just say, and again, I don't know what White's do in this game. We might be talking out of our butt right now.
Yeah.
But it drains you 1 or 2 levels. I think the Spectre is 2 and the White is 1, if I'm remembering correctly. So let's just say it drains you 1 level from 12 to 11. It doesn't change anything. Changes some hit points. It changes. So even if you took a 2-level drain from 12 to 10, it doesn't change anything. So I would say when it's just based on these, I wouldn't have it reduce it by 2. 1 at the most. Because it's the equivalent of 3 levels. And even more so if you're looking at the magic user.
Yeah, it's 4 levels.
Now, I'm not saying I'm right. Hopefully, we'll have some adjudication on this later on. This book is pretty thick, and we're hoping to get to that part. I absolutely understand where Heathen Dog was coming from in this, because, again, like mine, our experiences in mostly 2nd edition. It's just I've reviewed this chart a few times, and so off the cuff, his idea isn't necessarily wrong or bad. Hell, he might end up even being right. That would make, oh my God, that would make Spectres and Whites so much more powerful.
To demi-humans.
Especially to demi, yeah, right. So, but we'll see. We'll have to see when it comes down to that. That's a pretty good question, Mage's Musings, and it'll be interesting to see what the final result of that is.
And maybe in basic there are no level draining abilities whatsoever, so it won't matter.
Right? It's a moot point.
Yeah, so it won't matter.
So, anything else?
That is it.
Okay, cool. Well, hope you liked our coverage of the Halfling. It wasn't as in depth as, say, the Thief and Human. And yeah, I think in some regard, if you feel like you're missing some of the information there, you might want to watch like the Human ones. Because the Halfling, I wouldn't call him a thief, but he kind of fits the role of a fighter thief that doesn't get hit a lot. I don't know, but your mileage may vary with that one. But I hope you find this interesting, and I hope you guys come back for the next one. Our next video will be on the Druid, and I hope to see you then. Just the tip.